Hello, peoples. It is Nanda, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a little Pac-Man ghost. Um, Sorry for my appearance. I am very sick. My voice you might notice, but I am very sick right now. I haven't taken medicine, but it's just not kicking in yet. So, um, yeah, I'm gonna teach you guys how to make a little candy ghost or a little Pac-Man, guys. Um, First you get some string. You're gonna know how to do a peyote stitch for this one. And you take a stringer here. Um, get a pretty big one, I guess, because if you don't exactly measure the sizes, so one is smaller than the other for the top and the bottom, then you you can just work with either one, and just whichever color you want your little Pac-Man ghost, just go ahead and peyote it. The first two should be the color of the ghost. The next one that goes in the middle, or that the two strings go through, should be the color of the eyes. The next two should be oh, should be the color of the ghost. The next one should be the eye, and the next two should be the ghost. Um, After you've done that, you've pretty much finished one whole part, and it should look like this. For those of you that don't know how to peyote stitch, I will be having a peyote stitch video up soon. It's really simple, actually, but I'm too sick to be taking the whole time to teach you guys right now. It should look like this or like this, whichever way you're holding it, but it should have two different colored ones in the middle and three rows of doubles. Then you can just tie it off. Make sure it's tight because you don't want a really loose one unless you're, for some certain reason, actually trying to make a loose one. Then go ahead and make it as loose as you want. And you got the first part of your little ghost. Um, Now you can choose to either start with the bottom or the top. I'm going to start with finishing the bottom. Just pick any string, doesn't matter which one. Usually the longer one would do best in my case. They're actually like almost perfectly in line with each other. It's not even like an inch apart, but I'm just going to take the longer one anyway, and you're going to stick it through whichever one is closer to one of these side beads, and on mine it's this one. And that will be the bottom of your ghost. Now the reason I tell you to use the longer one is because the bottom is wider than the top. It involves more beads, which needs more string. So you're going to need the longer one at the bottom, the shorter one at the top, because the top one is not going to have it. It's going to be like 3 beads completely at the top. The bottom is going to be different. Now, the rest of this is all completely going to be the color of your little ghost. So just fill in those two, the color of your ghost. Okay. Once you have finished it, it should look like these two. Should have two little things under the eyes, and if you put it like this, you should sort of like. But again, these two are the bottom unless you're doing the top right now. But right now, I'm not teaching the top, so you might want to start with the bottom. Now you just take another one and just put another red or whichever color you're doing on the next one. Okay, so you've gotten this, and then there's that one loose one right here. Um, just pretty much whichever way you're used to doing a payout, just do it slow. So, so you end up back going through this one. I'm just gonna show you what I'm gonna do right now. I actually never do the same thing twice because I can never remember. Usually I just mess around with things until I get it back in the right place, which I know is not really a good strategy, but it's easier for me to do. So I'm just gonna stick it through the next bottom one, right under where the one I'm trying to place is supposed to be. I'm gonna stick it through this eye. Try to get it through. Got it. Um, I'm going to stick it through the one right under the eye right here, this red one. Make sure you have it tight because it could mess the whole thing up if it's not tight enough. Um, then I'm going to stick it through the first one that I stuck through, the bottom one, the one under, the bead under, the one I'm trying to get straightened out. Then I, again, will be sticking it through this top one right here that I just got settled in place. So, hope you guys were listening because I wasn't really showing you guys that well. Um, Next, just do the same thing you did before. And just do the same thing you did before. And this will be the last time you do this. So just go ahead and do the same thing because now it should look like this. And I just go ahead and do the rest to finish the bottom off. This should be the last layer you're doing unless you're making a super huge one. Then just double everything, I guess, I would say. That's usually what I do. If I'm making something bigger, I just double everything. If I'm, instead of 3 rows of the little reds, if I wanted to make it twice as big, I'd probably make it 6. But just do whatever you think is better. Um, just keep going, I guess. Finish it off. Um, Now just tie it off anywhere you'd like to. I'm not really sure where I'm tying it off right now. I'm not really sure what I'm doing actually. Actually here, I'll show you what I'll do. I stuck it back through this one as if I was gonna make it tight so it'll stay. Because this is the bottom right here. I stuck it back through this one. Now I'm gonna stick it under this one next to the eye. And pull tight. And then I will tie these two together. It'll make a big knot on the side of this one, but I will be covering that knot eventually with something else. So you guys might not be doing the same thing I'm doing, but this is actually going to be a bracelet made completely out of these guys. And just tie it twice or 3 times just to make sure it's good. And then just cut off the short one that you just used. Unless you're going to use that one for the next one. You actually could, but I'm just going to cut it off. Now, just take your big one and do the same thing. Go up top, put the first one, but this one's going to be a little different. You're just going to put 2 of the reds, stick it to the middle one, as same thing you were doing before. And you will end up with this, and I just have one more bead to put on. You're just going to take this one, stick it through this top one, or whichever side your string landed on. Put one more, then just stick it through the opposite one, and you should have a little ghost. Now just put it through the next one. And just tie it however you want to tie it. I'm just going to tie it right here. And now you have created a little ghost. Just tie it as many times as you can. Cut off the string like so. And you have your very little Pac-Man ghost. Made my ghost with glow in the dark eyes. I'm not sure if they work. But I'll test them out later. And that is it. Hope you guys learned how to make a little ghost. I'm sorry if it was confusing. It wasn't. Most of my tutorials not gonna be like this. I'm sick. Hope you guys understand that I was not in the mood to just sit here and just explain every little thing. And I'm sorry that this was not edited and it's sort of long, but nothing I could do at the moment. So comment, subscribe, and request any tutorials you guys want to see, and I will try my hardest to make them happen.